Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming back and joining me in the kitchen. We're going to do a little bit of a quick project today. I got some fast projects going on. Um, we're going to make some fermented pickles. I love fermented stuff. I've done fermented carrots, fermented green beans, sauerkraut. I make sauerkraut regularly. I always have at least 2 quarts in the refrigerator um, waiting for me. I got a pot of brown beans or pinto beans with a ham bone that I had left over. I had it in the freezer. So I got that going. So we're going to just real quick, jump on here and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. So you're going to need a quart of water, put 3 tablespoons of salt in it, give it a little shake, and make sure it's all mixed up. And I use my regular canning salt for that. It works out fine. As long as you don't have an iodized salt, it'll be fine. And you can pretty much make them any way that you want to make them up. I'm gonna make mine with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So some of the cucumbers, let me bring it down here. I grew some of them I had to buy from the store because I didn't have quite enough to do everything that I wanted to do. So I bought a few from the store. Let me get you situated right here. Anyways, so basically what we're going to do right now is I'm going to take a few of the bigger cucumbers, just slice the ends of them off, and then I'm going to make mine in bigger chunks. They're a little bit bigger cucumbers, but I'm only going to make a few pints because there's other things that I'm wanting to make with these. I might just slice these a little bit more because these are pint jars, like I said. But there's only really me that eats these, so I don't need to make up a whole bunch of them. My dog don't eat them. So anyway, so we're going to slice up a few of these. I'm going to redo this. My jars have all been cleaned real good. So that's all set. Now wash the cucumbers. I washed the cucumbers in vinegar water. I left it sitting there about 3 or 4 minutes. And then I scrubbed them with a little brush. Got everything off of them so they're all nice and clean. And like I said, my cucumbers aren't really putting out a lot right yet. And so I bought some at the store. They were only a dime a piece. So I rather, of course, have fresh. Hold on 1 second. Alexa, stop. Hope I didn't make your guys' Alexas go off. Shouldn't say that word. Anyways, so I'm just going to sort of pack these in here a little bit. And then I have some garlic already peeled. It's ready. So I'm going to take and put a few cloves of garlic in. Bring these over so you can see them. And then I'm going to also, I like onions and I like fermented onions. I've fermented them before. So I'm going to stick a little bit of onion in each of these. And if I have more left over, I'll make something else. I also like to grind a beet up and put in onion with that. So for the seasonings, I made my own dill that's from last year. Dill powder. It'll work just fine. So I'm going to put a 1/2 teaspoon in. Give it a little bit. And give that a little bit. So everybody's got a 1/2 teaspoon. I like mine just a little bit spicy. So I have red pepper that I grinded up from little peppers that I grew last year. So I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon because I don't want it real hot in those. And then I'm not sure, who knows, but you can take the peels from the garlic and put them in your grinder, Ninja, whatever, and grind them up, and it's garlic powder. So that's what this is from I made last year. It's my own garlic powder. And that's basically about it. So you don't need to cook the salt in the water. It's all mixed up, it dissolves. And then you just take it. You just need a quart of water, 3 tablespoons of salt, anything but iodized salt. And then I think I got that one a little bit too full. Maybe a little. Okay, these are all topped off. And then you don't need these, but I have weights. Might have too much in there to put the weights on. I think I do. So what I'm going to do is just put the weight on there, and then they'll start shrinking as the salt starts shriveling them up a little bit. And then I'll put on, actually I'm going to take out one of these cucumbers. And then I'll put on a pickle pipe, which these are pickle pipes. They let air escape, and so you want to make sure that you put a dish underneath these because they'll overflow on your counter. So as these go down some, I'll add the pickle pipes. You don't need the pickle pipes and the weight. You can just put like a regular mason jar and a lid, but just put it loosely. Plastic may be better because if it's very long, it'll start rusting the insides of these, which that one looks like it's rusting. So that's pretty much it. That's how you make fermented pickles. Fermented pickles is really good. They're good for your stomach, good for your gut health. And there's really no carbs in them and very, very little calories. So that's my fermented pickles that I got. And they're going to be nice big chunks, about probably 3 to 5 days. I'm going to check them and see how they're coming along. But I'm really excited for those. So I'll be back with you. Sorry guys, I just wanted to jump back on here and show you. I got out, there's 2 different kinds. Well, there's probably a lot of different kinds of the weights. So there's the weight with the little knob on it. And then they also have like a disc. It's got some grooves in it. That is going to work out much better for this project because, like I said, they're a little bit full. I'm doing this one-handed, so bear with me. So what you do basically is take and screw on the lid. Push it down a little bit. Well, you got the gist of it. Screw them down on there. The lid's on, and then what'll happen is that'll weight it down. If you don't have the pickle pipes and the weights, you can take anything, a rock, clean rock, anything that's heavy, just to hold that down under the brine. See the brine in there? You can see it. It's coming up. You want to make sure that the pickles are staying underneath there, and then you can just put a rag over the top, with the ring or however you want to do it. It works out. It's not anything fancy. Nothing's got to be hard. If you do decide to use a ring with a lid, like I said, put it on there loosely, and you're going to have to burp it. And make sure that you're setting this on top of a plate, a glass baking dish, something, because it will spew over and it'll mess up your counters. All right, be right back with you in a little bit. Hi guys. I figured I'd take you out in the garden with me. I'm gonna pick a few things and then talk a little bit about an issue that I'm having with my garden. So I'll let you just hang out if you want and watch for a few minutes while I run and grab a few tomatoes that are ready and cut a couple of celery stalks. I just picked yesterday, and my tomatoes could have stayed another day or two on the vine, but as usual, last year we had a big rodent problem. So I don't know if you can see right back there, that's the alley, that's where our garbage cans are at. So last year I had tomatoes planted back there. We can see I have onions back there now. And the rats went and took a bite, just put its two teeth, little teeth marks in my tomatoes that were probably about this ripe. And they didn't eat it. They just put their teeth in it. Well, I threw them away because I wasn't going to eat after a rat had bit into them. So I ended up throwing away about 70 tomatoes. And they were San Marzano tomatoes, most of them. So I moved on my tomatoes up here, closer by the house. And it doesn't seem that I'm having a problem, but I'm not going to chance it because I'm a little dog bit about that, if you will, from last year. But I think I'm going to take these as well. There's no teeth mark. They're all still fine. There's no marks, but I do know they're back. I set a trap and I caught a couple of the little fellers. So anyways, over here is my whoops, sorry about that. These are my cucumbers, and they've like taken over. There's a lot of bees that are here. So many bees that this morning when I was out here, I was trellising a little bit of them. I got stung by a bumblebee on my pinky. But I'm glad to have you out here now. So what I do is I have a little bit, instead of drip irrigation, that's a soaker hose. And as you can see, the water, I have it on a timer. And it just came on, and it works out really, really well. So if you ever want to try something like that, this is a chaos bag. It's got a little bit of everything in there. But anyways, that's what's going on with that. Now I want to say about the garden. I left my little microphone inside, so I don't have it out here with me. But I was gonna get a couple of celery stalks. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. Getting a little tired. I've been busy today. I'm gonna grab a couple of these celeries over here. I'm making a salad for dinner. So I got a few celery stalks, and again, I'll keep the some of them, the tops, and then I'll dehydrate them like I did before. As I made celery powder, if you guys seen the other video, so we got that. But my green beans are finally blooming on this side. Not sure why these leaves are doing that. And then over here, we're getting ready for our second flush of beans on here. So there's the swimming pool again. Get my son-in-law worked so hard on. Worked so very hard on that pool. But it's for his kids. And he would do anything for his kids. Alright. I'm gonna let you go right now. I'll be right back. I'm back. Well, we're sitting on the porch now, taking a little break. We've had a busy day. We made our cucumbers, our fermented cucumbers, pickles, whichever you like to call it. I made a batch of sweet pickles, and they're refrigerated. I didn't can them. And beets and pickles. And I also made a loaf of bread, and because I haven't bought store-bought bread in over 2 years now, and I'd rather make my own. And the ironic thing about making your own bread, my blood sugar doesn't really go up that much, maybe a little bit if I eat a slice of my homemade bread. But if I eat store-bought bread, which has basically an average, I'd say, of 15 carbs per slice, um, I give myself that much insulin, and it still ends up going up. So something with, I guess, the preservatives. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyways, so we got that done. I made a couple of salads for next couple of days for dinner. So I got all that stuff done, and that's my pump beeping. Sorry. I got an injection in my shoulder from when I broke it 2.5 years ago. I got an injection on Monday, and it raises my blood sugar a lot. So I've been having a little fight the past couple of days um, with that, but I think I'm winning the battle. Anyways, we were talking about the rats that they ate my tomato plants last year, my tomatoes. Chicago, I guess, has some of the biggest cases of rats, and it was actually just on the news yesterday. They tried poison, trying to kill them. Then they were trying a birth control to try to stop the population, and we have these heavy garbage cans, and they eat holes that big through the plastic of the can to get in there. So and then plus in my area they're doing a lot of building, so they say that disrupts the burrows or whatever. So yeah, I have a little bit of a little rat problem, but it's been an ongoing thing. Everybody in the city has trouble with them. So, anyways, I moved my tomatoes up to the on the deck toward the middle of the deck, and I haven't had any problems with them getting my tomatoes. And the reason I put onions back there because they said they don't eat onions; they don't like the smell of them. So I put a little bit of dill, but it really didn't come up, and some kale. That was more to deter the bugs, to get them to go for the kale and leave my other plants alone. And the onions are back there. Some of them, I have them scattered all over the place, but it seems to be they're leaving stuff alone, so that's a good thing. But last year, 70 tomatoes was just ridiculous. It was actually heartbreaking because I start all my plants from seed, and to get them that far, and they got tomatoes, especially San Marzano tomatoes, um, to get them to that far, and then to be bit and I have them away. So, anyways, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff done today. Worked in the garden a little bit. Did a little bit of making some pickles, and I cut up a watermelon. And I always give half to my family that lives in the building because I can't eat whole watermelon. So I got that all done. So it's been a very successful day today, and I want to thank you guys all for hanging out with me, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, everything, anything. I do appreciate you guys spending time with me. It means a lot to me that someone's interested in the things that I do. So thank you very much, and you have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye. Bye.